Hello everyone. This movie explains about COVID-19 impact survey. The content of this movie is the overview of this survey, survey remarks, and sample interview. First of all, I will explain about the purpose of this survey. The purpose is to understand the real cause and effect of COVID-19 impact, and to suggest how the project, SR program, or government can mitigate the negative effect. And to promote social integration in resettlement areas. The target is farmer refugees in refugee area. Also, farmer refugees and Zambians in local integration area. Target persons. When you interview 5 persons, in this case, please interview 3 from farmer refugees, 2 from Zambia. And ideally, among 5, please include women, youth, and vulnerable persons. There are 4 questions to ask in this survey. First, emotional changes of farmer refugees regarding relocation. Second, impact on social capital. Third, impact on livelihood. Fourth, impact on specific groups, women, youth, and vulnerable persons. This is a survey flow. First, interview and record the interview content. Second, the interview contents are recorded in a Word file. Then, Japanese expert will check the content. Okay, here I will explain about the remarks of this survey. There are 4 remarks. First remarks is, please ask questions deeply. It means that this survey is a qualitative survey, so we need to know behind the answer. So please ask 3 times. Why you think so? Why you think so? Why you think so? For each question. Second is to focus on hearing their voices. Please discard your knowledge and experience, but please focus on hearing their voices. Ideally, the respondent will answer 80% of all interview time. So your question time is only 20%. Third, not stick on the questions. So we need broad information on COVID-19 impact. If respondent mentions the related information, then please get deep information from respondent. Fourth, enjoy conversation. This is most important thing. Good circumstances and good communication promote good survey. So please build good relationship. Please see the good sample of interview. Interviewer by Unhiret. Respondent by Jeff from Maikua Ikua. In the sample movie, Mr. Winfred asks question number 2, impact on social capital. This question includes these contents. Any changes in contact with people? Any changes in social connections? Covid-19 and social connections. And feeling any mental or physical changes. If the respondent answer yes, please ask how to deal with mental or physical changes. Okay, let's see sample interview.
Okay, so Mr. Jeff, I thank you for what you've given me on the emotional changes because of the impact of COVID-19 on your livelihood. But then now we're moving on to the
Okay.
next question, where I'd want to know the changes on your social capital, how you interact with maybe friends, your relatives, your neighbors, how you move around and interact with other people. There are some questions that I want to ask you on this.
Okay.
So to start with, in your honest opinion, do you think there are any changes in the way that you interact with people, be it your friends or your neighbors, maybe your church mates, or maybe the people that you play sports with? Are there any changes in the frequency and the places where you used to mingle with other people after
Yes.
COVID-19?
Yes. Actually, there have been changes because they told us to the health personnel told us to have a social distance of 1 meter. So I can't really interact fully with my colleagues. Like even the family members, some of them are not visiting me due to COVID-19 because they are scared that maybe I can transfer the disease to them, the pandemic to them. And
Oh,
yeah, with the church, we don't normally congregate right now because we only congregate in our own houses. So we don't meet with the church members.
oh, I see. Okay. Besides the church, are there any other social connections that you are maybe unable to attend that you used to attend before COVID-19? Maybe you used to play
Yes, like
football or maybe, okay.
yes, like meetings, the meetings with our fellow farmers. I'm in the saving group, but we're not also meeting with
Oh, okay.
our members in our saving groups. And then football, they are stopped that we're not supposed to be playing football and even going to watch other matches. Yes.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so I see that there is a negative impact in your social connections. Okay, besides football and church and
Yes.
the meetings that you have as saving groups, are there any other social connections that have been impacted because of COVID-19?
Yeah, like me, I normally keep money in my Airtel money. So when I go
Okay.
to a shop to withdraw money, I have to wait like to do a social distance with the people who are at the booth. So all those kind of transaction right now, even when I got the bank, when I want to withdraw money for my farmer input support program, they will stop us from like mingling around with other people. So we need the social distance, and we have to make mask up also.
Okay, I see.
Yes.
So because
Yes.
of all these negative impacts in social connections as a result of COVID-19, do you think
Mhm.
generally COVID-19 has weakened or strengthened the social connections of people in the community, and for you in particular?
It has a little bit weakened the social connection because if I don't have a smartphone, definitely I can't see my relatives. If I don't have a mask, I can't enter the bank. If I don't maintain my social distance and washing hands with other when I go to other shops or even the Airtel money booth, I can't transact money. So a
Oh,
bit it has negatively affected my social connection.
okay. Oh, I see, I see. You know, COVID-19, this disease, so we hope we find a lasting solution to it very, very soon. Okay, anyway,
And
to
that's what
move
we
on,
have.
Mr. Jeff, I wish to
Mhm.
find out if you feel maybe any depression mentally, the way you feel before COVID, the way you used to interact, the social connections, you're able to mingle freely and all that. But now, because of COVID, you've indicated all these negative impacts that COVID has affected your social connections. So, do you feel maybe some kind of depression, or you feel maybe ill? Are there any changes that you
Yeah,
feel,
it's
maybe
not really
mentally, emotionally, and all that as a result of a break in social connections?
it's not really a depression, but according to our norms at our church, they tell us that we are now in the end of this system of things. So now I have to pray hard for me to be
Oh, I
saved.
see.
So
Oh, yeah.
yes, yes. So yeah. So it's not a
Oh, you're a
depression, but
religious man.
me,
It's
I have
it's
to.
interesting.
Yes, yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so because of these changes that you have attributed to, so how exactly are you coping now? How are you dealing with them, knowing that you can't mingle the way you used to? So how are you managing?
Through the help of these other agencies like UNHCR, who managed to give us some face masks, and then we had received some packages of the COVID-19 washing buckets, and also there's some other organization like Kitas are giving us some sanitizers. So we just try to maintain the rules for us to keep ourselves safe as a family. My children are going to school with the face masks, and if I have time, I normally give them rules and guidance for them to protect themselves from the COVID-19. So that's
Okay.
how we're coping up. We have to live with it.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. So you are saying that the interventions from UNHCR and Caritas, they are helping you to cope up with the negative impacts in the break of social connections that COVID has brought?
That's very true. And with these other officers, who are coming from community development, Ministry of Agriculture, I try by all means to call them on phone so that I
Oh,
get the full information which is available at the moment.
oh, okay. Is there anything else, Mr. Jeff, that you'd want to add on social capital in relation to COVID-19 that I may not have asked that you want to add on?
I think what I would like to like appeal is that we have more of sensitization meetings regarding COVID-19, because most of my other members of like the other farmers who are in the plots don't have that information. So they might like regard COVID-19 that is not real. So we should have constant sensitization so that farmers are aware, other farmers and other people are aware.
Thank you very much for that insightful suggestion. I've taken note. Okay, thank you very much,
Okay,
Mr.
so
Jeff, for fully answering me on the questions regarding social capital and COVID-19. I wish to move on to the next
okay,
question.
thank you.
It's a very nice interview. Mr. Winfred asks question very deeply, and he created good circumstances and good relationship. So when you have an interview, just remember this very good sample of interview. One thing, when you have an interview, don't forget take photos. When you take a photos, please obtain a permit of a portrait right from respondent. Thank you for watching and have a good interview. Okay, see you next time.